Welcome to what could be in the future, what might be, what could be, who knows, a podcast by me, Angelo-Grosso. Everyone's doing them. I thought, why the fuck? Why shouldn't I? You know, if you just look up podcasts, there's millions of them, I swear to God. So I thought, what the hell? I'll throw my hat in the ring. It's a really good saying. It's one of my favorite sayings. I'll throw my hat in the ring. Because I just imagine old style boxers, and even in my brain, it's black and white. I could give it color. It's my brain. I can do what I want. But no, it's always black and white. And it's always bare knuckle boxing. For some reason, everyone's either Irish or Scottish. I don't know why, but maybe I've seen too many movies where it's always an Irish or Scottish boxer fighting against the man. Anyway, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I just wanted to say, yo, it's your boy Angelo. He's doing a podcast, talking in the third person. I got to cut down on the ums. That's probably step one. Step two, probably start stronger. Maybe know what you want to say before you say it. Anyway, these are all good things. Well, what I think a good plan is, since this is my first go at this podcast thing, is just kind of riff it, keep it light, keep it casual. Try not to be more than what I am, which is a dude in his office on his little microphone talking shit, talking nonsense. So I guess what I will do is I have a pre-made list of topics. I know I'm such an adult. It amazes even me. So I think the first topic I have written down here is Pelosi, Trump, obese comments. Oh, God, why did I write that shit down? I don't want to talk about that. It's just so fucking stupid. They're both children. These are the people that somehow got elected. And I know some of you are thinking, but Trump isn't Pelosi, or Pelosi's better than Trump. At this point, they're both assholes in my book. Fuck them both. I'm done. It's just I think I wrote this segment. Yeah, okay, calm it down, Angelo. You wrote this down because I think you wanted to ramble about who am I talking to my past self? This is fucking stupid. I think I wrote this down because I want to talk about the problem with the media, but I think we all know the media sucks. I don't need to go into depth there. The mainstream media is pretty brutal at this point. I mean, I think the president has a higher approval rating than the media's approval rating. And I heard that on the media. So it's got to be factual and true. I don't want to talk about it. That's fucking stupid. What's the next thing? Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one here. Adele weight loss. I think it's good. I saw her. She looks good. She looks healthy. I know some people are upset about her losing weight, and those people are morons. You should never be angry at someone that lost weight for health reasons, which is why most people lose weight. She looked good. I don't know. I don't want to talk a lot of gossip here. I've always respected Adele. I like her music. I'm not in love with her music. I think you hear one or two Adele songs, you've heard them all, but they're damn good songs. They're damn good. Like, the song is going to make you cry. You fucking know it. You know it. You know what it's going to be about. You know what it's going to do to you and your fucking memories of lost loves and heartbreak. You know that bitch is going to make you cry, and she does. Like, why anyone would go to a Adele concert just baffles me. It confuses me to no end. I mean, does everyone just kind of hug people and cry on strangers' shoulders? Does everyone just do crying circles? I mean, that can't possibly be fun. If I heard Hello from the Other Side, I think that's the name of the song, Hello, or The Other Side. Oh, man, I really should know the name of that fucking song. Anyway, you know the song I'm talking about. If I saw her singing that shit live, I know I'd be crying. And then if I would turn around and I would see there's thousands of people crying, I would get angry. I'd be like, why the fuck am I here? Why am I listening to a song with all these people and I'm crying? I don't like crying in groups more than 5, maybe 7 if it's really good friends. But again, I'm talking shit here. I wrote down Adele weight loss. I think I was supposed to talk about how stupid it is that people are getting outraged at her losing weight. Being overweight is not cool. I feel like that's pretty much duh. Duh. Yeah. Go Adele. I don't know what I do know what her next album is going to be like. I think, again, I don't want to talk gossip, but I heard she just got a divorce and that ex got so much fucking money. I mean, you know, you don't see many guys getting money like that, which is, it's crazy to me that you could be married for, I don't know how long they were married for. It's none of my business. Which is kind of shitty that I'm talking about it because it really isn't my business, but I just find it odd. You don't hear many stories of rich women giving their ex-husbands, or not giving, but they have to, court-ordered massive amounts of money like that. It's always the other way. I think the only other guy I can think of was Tom Arnold and Roseanne back in the day. Anyway, I'm not sure what point I'm trying to make besides it's just odd that it's a dude that's getting money. Anyway, next topic. This is no fun. This is stupid. This will get better, I swear. I'm doing intermittent fasting tonight and last night and the night before. It's as hard as I thought. It's, you know, challenging because I'm a pot smoker, a midnight toker, if you will, and I don't like weed that gives you the munchies. I try to research that shit before I buy anything, but, you know, sometimes there's nothing better than a breakfast burrito at 10 o'clock in the evening, and then you go to bed an hour later, and as you're drifting off to sleep, you know that that's cement that's getting made in your belly right now, and that in the morning, you're going to be so bloated and oily and greasy that you could go down a water slide without water and come out just fine. You'll look and feel like you were just dipped in a vat of Crisco. But you know what? For that 5 minutes it took you to eat that whole fucking burrito, it was worth it. It was so worth it. The day after, though, you will beat yourself up. At least I do. I never feel good mentally. Absolutely, I don't feel good physically after a late night binge like that. So I wanted to get away from it. I said, all right, asshole. You know, I'm very mean to myself sometimes. I do curse myself out of my brain sometimes, but it helps. At least it helps me. You know, funny side story. A couple of years ago, I went to a nutritionist for a couple of months. I used to see her once or twice a month for about 6-7 months. It was great. She was a lovely person. She is still. I think she's alive. I don't need to talk to her about in the past tense. Anyway, near the end of our arrangement, I was telling her that what I found that worked best for me was a version of self body shaming. Now, I know a lot of you hear body shaming, you're thinking, ooh, that's never good. You know, I would say usually that's an accurate belief, but for me, it kind of worked because I was doing it myself. And I did it in a way where it basically fueled me to make the changes I wanted. Now, when I look at myself, I still see a very chubby, husky, big boned, you know, all those other bullshit words they call you so not to offend you when you're a little fat fuck kid. But so I always see that fat fuck kid. But, you know, I look around and I see people at the grocery store that are younger than me. And I'm like, ugh. So, you know, you just see fat fucks in the grocery store and you're like, oh my God, COVID's going to take those motherfuckers soon. Oh, that is sad though. That is sad. But anyway, what the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, body shaming worked for me. Maybe it works for you too. You just got to find the right way of doing it. Intermittent fasting. Oh yeah, it's tough. It's tough waking up in the morning and not eating for a couple hours. But I feel like a lot of people do it and it's just not common in my life or maybe in America. I don't know. But I recommend trying it, at least dipping your toe in it for maybe a day or two. I'm going to try doing it at least 5 days a week. I know since we've all been quarantined, or we should have been quarantined, if you could quarantine and you chose not to because this is all a hoax, then you should take a bath with a microwave. Anyway, But if you are thinking of trying to try something new, maybe you've tried some diets, you've tried some fads that didn't really work, just try intermittent fasting. I don't know. I don't want to preach to you. I don't want to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you, in my opinion, it's worked so far. It's worked pretty good for me. Pretty well. Pretty good. It's worked pretty good for me. Man, I got to start using bigger words. It worked good for me. Um, I tell you some of the benefits. Uh, I'm not gassy in the night because I tell you some of the farts I have in the evening. You never want to Dutch oven yourself. Um, Maybe you do. Maybe you're a sick fuck and like the smell of your own farts, which I think secretly we all do, or most men do. I don't know about women. I don't know if women like the smell of their own farts. Or, you know what? Most women I've ever been with say, women don't fart. I never fart. Okay, well, it's coming out of somewhere. Um, I sleep better. I don't have indigestion as much as I used to. I wake up feeling a little bit more energetic. I'm not going to say I wake up with energy because, I think I'm a normal person who wakes up rage filled. I think that's normal. Angry, rage filled. Oh, damn it, I didn't die. Um, I'm kidding. Um, what other benefits are there? I don't know. I feel like I named them all. Energetic, sleeping better, and my body feels better, less gas. I don't poop as much. I don't want to get too intimate, but you know what? I'm an open book. You know what? Not only am I a big book, a wide open book, a big wide open book, but it's also a pop-up book. There's pictures in there too. Anyway, I got a colonoscopy, I think, last year or 2 years ago. Maybe it was a year ago. And for those of you that don't know what a colonoscopy is, it's when they stick a camera up your butt and then they try to find polyps or cancers or anything in your butt that shouldn't be there. Luckily for me, they found nothing. The reason I got one, oh God, I'm not sure if you guys want to hear about all this, but let's just say I got a colonoscopy and everything was fine. But I told the guy, the doctor, you got to tell him there's anything unique or special about your asshole. And I didn't think my asshole was special or unique. I just thought it was a normal asshole. And I said, well, I don't know about that. I feel like my asshole is pretty good, doctor, but I do tend to shit a lot. And he said, well, how often do you go to the bathroom? I told him that I pooped like 6 or 7 times a day. And is that normal? And he was asking me, well, do you have a problem with that? Do you see any problems? Like, is it, he was basically asking me, is the quality okay or is it bad? And I said 9 times out of 10 it's a-okay. I don't know why the fuck we're talking about me taking a shit here, my colonoscopy. I'm almost 8 minutes in, and this was supposed to be about intermittent fasting. I apologize if you've made it this far. I'm gonna send you a badge or a medal or a participation trophy because I would have turned this shit off a long time ago. Intermittent fasting. It's something I'm trying, and it's kind of cool. Maybe you should try it too. Jeez, I could have said that in 30 fucking seconds, not 8 minutes. What the fuck have I been talking about? All right, let's get our minds out of the gutter here and talk about some cool shit that I've been watching. I just finished Ozark, the season 3. So good. So good. It's such a damn good show. I can't recommend it enough. I don't want to. I'm not going to spoil anything. I know at Netflix it's been in the top 10 for like the last 2 or 3 months. Dude, that show must have gotten even bigger than it was because of the quarantine. It's weird how some people are probably lucking out. Stand-up comedians releasing shit right during the quarantine, not knowing documentaries that you never would have seen. Like, how many people would have watched Tiger King, I wonder, if it wasn't quarantine? I think a lot of people would have watched it, but it would not have taken over the country like it did. I feel like that's a pretty easy, not so hot take. Excuse me, I needed some water. I got that cotton mouth. I've been smoking. Ozark is amazing. And the best part of that show, in my humble opinion, is that it's the side characters. Laura Linney and Jason Bateman are money. You can take that shit to the bank, but it's the kids, and usually teenagers are pretty shit actors. But I feel like those kids that are playing their, children are very good actors, especially the son. That lawyer's fucking scary. the trailer park heroine. Oh wait, I'm mixing them up. The trailer park chick that I love, with the curly Sue hair. I think everyone loves her. She's amazing. She curses more than I do, and I really like that in a woman. I'm talking about the older, I guess I can say white trash, although she killed that Mexican cartel guy for saying that she was white trash. But you know what I'm talking about. The chick that killed her husband, she is amazing. I gotta look up that chick on IMDb. You know, I probably shouldn't call her a chick. I should probably call her an actress, because that's what she is. You know, I can be PC. But she's brilliant in that show. I thought the FBI agent was pretty good. I don't know who she was, or who she is. I don't know who she is. She was really good. Yeah, I can't recommend that enough to you guys. If you haven't already seen it. This show is... Oh, I didn't even talk about fucking Ben, the brother. Jeez. I recognized that motherfucker from somewhere, and I looked him up. He was in that shit Iron Fist show on Netflix. He was the rich asshole brother. The billionaire's brother. Or wait, the son. He was the son. It doesn't fucking matter. He was in Iron Fist. But oh man, he hit a home run this year. But yeah, great show. Highly recommend it. Another really fun show on Netflix. Actually, I think all of these shows I'm going to talk about, except the last one, are on Netflix. Midnight Gospel. I, for one, love Duncan Trussell. He's a comedian. Check out his stuff. If he ever starts a cult, I'm going to sign up so fast. He's really into psychedelics. He's into mind-opening experiences any way he can, and I totally respect and love that. I admire him. He reminds me of a little bit of a funnier, less crazy Hunter S. Thompson. Sorry, a little whistle there. Anyway, Midnight Gospel is a cartoon that was also done by the guy that did Adventure Time, which is another one of my top TV shows that I've seen in my life. Check it out. I can't really explain it. It's a psychedelic trip where they talk about some pretty theological, philosophical, mind-opening, soul-searching topics like death and love, and what does it really mean to forgive? What does it really mean to die? Like, you know, all this crazy shit. I love that stuff. I love that shit. And the other one is Afterlife, season 2. I finished. That's the Ricky Gervais show, which, again, if you're not watching it, try it. It's a dark comedy, but it also has a lot of heart. Afterlife is good. Ricky Gervais is amazing. God, I cried in that show a lot. But it's also so fucking funny. And I know everyone loves The Office, which is great, and Extras. I, for one, really like Derek, his Netflix show before Afterlife. I think that got 2 seasons. I think Afterlife is getting a 3rd season, too. It's going to be pretty... I can't wait for it, actually. I'm currently watching Dead to Me season 2. You know, to me, it's not up to that level as the 3 shows I just talked about, in my opinion. It's an entertaining show. It's somewhat predictable, but then they always throw you those curveballs, which you're like, okay, that was kind of stupid. Just because you did a twist doesn't mean it was a good one, but it keeps it entertaining. It keeps you on your toes. What's another show? Oh, of course. Like everyone, I'm addicted to 90 Day Fiancé. I feel like the whole country is watching this last season. I've seen other seasons and they were pretty good, but this season, it was made for quarantine. It was made for people who are forced to stay indoors and watch just drivel. Because it really is drivel. I swear to God, 25% of the show is literally recapping what you just saw and showing you what you're gonna see 5 or 6 times before you see it. So it says it's an hour and a half episode, but it's really an hour long. I know I'm bitching like an old man here, but just I want more content. I don't need a recap every 5 minutes. I was watching that shit. I know, No Neck Ed was telling, oh, what's her name? Rose, right? Rose. Ed and Rose. Oh, Big Ed. Fucking Big Ed putting fucking mayonnaise in his hair. And then he had the audacity to like, oh, I don't know if I should tell you guys. I don't want to spoil anything. Okay, I won't say that, but let me make fun of some other people. Fuck that guy who was getting catfished by the chick from the Ukraine, and he went there like 5 or 6 times. Now, I am not caught up. I'm one episode behind, so I'm not entirely sure because I saw some shit that I was like, oh, okay, maybe this is a little bit, maybe this is a twist, but I don't believe so. And then there was that black woman who first I felt so bad for her. So bad for her. But then I thought, holy shit, she has complete blinders on. She doesn't want the truth. The truth is on a silver platter right in front of her, and all her kids are like, look, this is obvious. She just wants it to be so, and you kind of just want to baby shake her a little bit and say, wake up. And you see, I have more pity for her than I do that the other guy who's getting catfished. They're both from Las Vegas, by the way. I'm not sure if there's any kind of reasoning behind that or if there's any kind of explanation. Maybe people in Las Vegas are easier to catfish. I don't know. I don't know what the basis of that is. Maybe it just is a coincidence. Anyway, I think it's just a coincidence. I wish those two would just hook up. You're both in Las Vegas. You're both getting catfished. Fucking go on one date. See what happens. That would be a TV show I'd love to watch. Catfish date. Oh, and they have to eat catfish. All right, I think I lost it at the end, but I feel like it's still a good TV show. People that have been catfished go on dates together. That's a pretty good idea. I don't know why I was yelling there. I'm getting all worked up. What's my fucking point? Yeah, it's a great show. It's a stupid show. Don't get me wrong. It's a real stupid show. In fact, I think I'm a little bit dumber because I watched that, and that's how I feel about all reality TV show. But it's fun watching these dumb fucks on 90 Day Fiancé. It's really fun because everyone initially is a hopeless romantic, and you're thinking to yourself, you know what? I'm a hopeless romantic too. I have some things in common with these people. And then by episode 3, you're like, wow, I hope none of these people find love and they all die alone. Maybe that's just me. No one comes off good in that show, except in this new season. I think the girl from Seattle is actually, quote unquote, the most sane. That and the other woman from Australia that is in the bi relationship with the girl from, I think she's from, where's her girlfriend from? It doesn't matter. The girl from Australia who always wears the really bright clothing, which I fucking love her earrings and her wild outfits. I think it's awesome. She's really normal, and I loved her family. See, look, I talk like I know these fucking people. Again, I've been talking for 10.5 minutes, and no way was this that entertaining. I gotta wrap this motherfucker up here. Well, like most red-blooded Americans, I am missing baseball. Well, football hasn't technically started yet, but I tell you, the draft was fucking weird. I don't really follow basketball or hockey. I'd like to, but we got to get a team before I start following those people. College sports, I worry about that. I don't worry. Fuck the NCAA for not paying those students. And that's the biggest fucking scandal that no one's talking about. I mean, God, those college students have been getting railroaded for decades by the NCAA. Anyway, that's a whole other podcast that I could do. How crooked the NCAA is, almost as bad as those fuckers in the Olympics, the Olympic Committee. Anyway, what the fuck I'm talking about? Oh yeah, I miss the Seattle Mariners. I miss baseball. This is usually when the Mariners probably have 40 losses by now. But you know, I love the Mariners. What can I say? I like being tortured year after year after year, thinking they're gonna do well, and then they just never do it. The worst is when you think they're going to do it. Like a couple of years ago, I think we barely lost making the playoffs. I think we're out of it by 1 or 2 games. And it was when Felix Hernandez was still on the team and still good. Anyway, I could talk again. I could go on and on and on about the Seattle Mariners. Maybe that's another podcast. Fucking nonsense. Yeah, football is going to be interesting this year. I, for one, could give a fuck if there's fans in the stands. I think most NFL owners are hacks anyway, so fuck them. But, gotta tell you, there wouldn't be football without them. It's a double-edged sword. I fucking hate most of the owners. I think most of them are crooked as fuck. But without them, we wouldn't be getting Patrick Mahomes throwing bombs into a Super Bowl over them 49ers, you know? We wouldn't have Garoppolo throwing an interception at the end, you know? So, but yeah, I do miss sports. Well, I think we need to wrap this baby up here. One segment I wouldn't mind talking about whenever I do a podcast is maybe an update on the trials and errors of the house that I just moved into in the beginning of the year. I think I moved in here March? Is March the third month? February, March? I don't know. I think I moved here early March. Don't quote me on that. I feel like I should know that, but I don't. It's the first time I'm actually a home owner. I came from a condo on a second level, which basically was an apartment, no yard, very, very small deck, decent sized inside. You know, it was a nice condo. I'm not shitting on it, but this house is 2 stories. It's got a crawl space that's basically a basement. Like, you literally can jump in the crawl space. I could house refugees there if the shit hits the fan. Let's hope it doesn't come to that, but yeah, it's good to know I have options. 3 bathrooms. And by the way, I feel like I should point this out. I'm by myself here. I have no roommates. No one's living with me. My girlfriend does come over a couple times a week, sometimes 3 to 4 days. So that's something. But for the most part, it's just your boy Angelo and my sidekick LaFonda. It's kind of weird calling a cat a sidekick, but anyway, I love that fucking cat. She's spoiled as all hell. Anyway, I think it'd be kind of interesting because I think a lot of people that might listen to this, you know, could be my age, you know, early 30s, mid 30s, who are thinking about maybe buying their first home or upgrading from an apartment or a studio or a condo or a smaller house and getting a bigger house or just a house in general, you know. And let me tell you, do your due diligence. I was cocky. I walked in this house and I'm like, I bet I can figure all this shit out. Didn't even attempt it. Didn't even test the ice maker in the refrigerator. Didn't test the sprinkler system. Didn't ask questions about the security system. I just thought, it'll be okay. What I don't know, I'll figure out. Well, let me tell you, I wish this current version of me could go back in time and then just bitch slap that Angelo and be like, wake up, motherfucker. Test the sprinkler system. Test the ice machine. Fucking, you know, ask about the security system. Ask about the water pressure. Ask about all these things. But of course, you can't do that because the government keeps that technology from us. Can you imagine? Anyway, so my current fuck you point on this house was the ice maker in the refrigerator. Now, as a side note, I've lived in probably 4 or 5 places that had a ice maker in the refrigerator, and none of them ever work. I don't know why. It could be they were pieces of shit. I don't know. This one seems like a real pile of shit. It never worked. Even when the previous owner came over to pick up some mail, I asked him, hey, what's up with this ice machine? What do you mean? Well, it's not making ice, and I'm following all the instructions. The water's turned on. Durka, durka, durka. What's up? Oh, it should work. Let me see. You know, he did the same thing I do. Doesn't work. Oh, yeah. I don't know. It worked when I moved out. Of course it did. Of course it did. So I spent a couple hours researching what the fuck I was going to do. Found that it was probably a prudent idea to just replace the entire component. So I went to GE's website. They got a pretty decent website. I just typed in my model number. I found the shit I needed. I'm very excited to put in the new ice machine because I've never done stuff like that before. You know, I know how to do kind of in my opinion, the basic kind of home maintenance. Like I can change a light fixture. I can tweak with the furnace a little bit. I can do a little bit of electrical stuff, a little bit of plumbing. I love gardening. I love anything outside. But, you know, so like if I had to fix a washing machine or a refrigerator or, you know, I can't think of anything else, but I'm sure there's other things. Oh, I am garbage at fixing toilets. So I get pretty excited when I get to do something for the first time because it makes me feel like a man. I don't know why. Maybe it's not a sense of me being a man. It's a sense of accomplishment. I don't need to sexify that emotion, but Fuck it. Makes me feel like a man. I get my machismo. Even when it's something stupid like fixing an ice machine, which the instructions say should only take 20 minutes. So that means it'll take me at least 4 hours. What the fuck was it? I was putting something in this house. What was it? It doesn't matter. I don't remember what it was, but the instructions said, 50 minutes, 55 minutes. Oh, it was a fucking sprinkler system. That's right. Yeah, the instructions said, just do this, and within a couple of minutes, it'll be done. You know what? It took me 3 fucking days. And I ended up not being able to do it. I had to cut the fucking pipe. I was trying to, I'm not going to go into details. I don't want to bore you more than I already have. But anyway, this house, I think, was a pride purchase in a little bit. But the good thing is, because I've been blessed with money a little bit, if I just cannot take it after a year or two, I can always just flip the motherfucker. I've never been one to be stubborn on my mistakes. If I make a mistake and I can't correct it, I know when to throw in the towel. That does not make me a quitter. It just makes me a realist. But anyway, so I think this would be a repeating segment. Maybe not every time, but enough for it to be a recurrence. Is just what's going on with the house. But anyway, I've been talking nonsense long enough. We're coming up on, I think, almost an hour maybe? I don't know. I'm not good at math, so I can't really add up the timestamps here. But I hope you enjoyed it. I plan on doing a couple more of these things. Stick with me. If you thought that this shows promise, keep listening. If you think, this is a train wreck from the start and there's no way in hell he's going to get better, well, thanks for your time. I don't blame you. But I'm having fun. I hope you had fun, and I'll catch up with you guys later. Take it easy.